What's up, everybody? Another beautiful day. Another beautiful day. Wednesday, April 27th. How is everybody? Hopefully well, hopefully well. Day 2 of Loop Hero. Yeah. Had a great day with it yesterday. Hopefully a little more progression, some more unlocks today, yeah. As we do, gaming news before we hop into our gaming segment, yeah? Cool. Hair's a bit wild today. Let's get that out of the way. Cool. Let's get in it. What's up, everybody? How are you? Kill that music. Java. I need lots of that this morning. All right. Right off the bat, here we go. Right off the bat, let's get this camera out of the way here. Camera out of the way. Oh, good night. Here we go. I gotta fix chat too. Forgot we have chat set up for Loop Hero. One second. It'd be good. There we go. Solid. Let's get it. We're good now. We're good now. Okay. Starting off in the news. Yeah. Bethesda adds free classic Elder Scrolls games to Steam. So if you don't remember, Bethesda is like shutting down Bethesda.net, right? All of their, if anybody has Bethesda accounts or Bethesda games, your games that were on your Bethesda account are going to be migrated to a Steam account, right? So this is probably part of that. We'll bring it up. Apparently, they also misspelled Elder Scrolls. We'll take a quick glance at that. That's fun. 20-year-old free-to-play Wolfenstein game releases on Steam. That's fun. What up, buddy? Yo, sorry I didn't get to pop in for the Kirby play yesterday, man. How was it? Not your day. I'm sorry, man. Oh, Kirby was good. Today's not your day. Sorry, man. It's already started that bad. That sucks. But Kirby was good yesterday. That's good, I guess. What's wrong? What's wrong today, dude? Yeah, today is not your day. Yeah. Gotcha. That sucks, man. I'm sorry. I'm here for you, buddy. I'm here for you. I know. I got the stream started just a little bit late. I'm sorry. Is that why your day is bad? Stream started a few minutes late. Supposed to sleep in today and it didn't. It didn't happen. Oh, bro. Gotcha. Feels bad. Sorry, dude. Sorry, man. Yeah. Bummer, man. Bummer. Seems like every time you have anything scheduled to where you're not gonna have to work that day or not quite as early that day or whatever, it always gets messed up. It seems, anyways. Got to go babysit. The life of a manager, dude. Been there. Life of a manager. It sucks, dude. I know. I'm sorry. Uh, yo, did you see the new startup screen? Did you see the new startup screen for today? Microsoft gives glimpse of Xbox Cloud gaming numbers. Um, what'd you think? Better? I've got an idea of what I want to do moving forward, but I figured for the time being that might be a little bit better. Just wanted to get some input on it. Let's look at the Verge here. Microsoft says more than 10 million people have streamed games on Xbox Cloud Gaming. Okay, let's take a look at that. Thanks, buddy. Thanks, dude. Xbox Game Pass adds 2 more games, including day one release. Um, okay, a day one release game. I wonder what that is. We've already got some of this pulled up. Experts warn about rising extremism in gaming. Social hooks in games create opportunities for recruitment and organizing by far right extremists. Um, I'm not going to pull this article up. This is what I'll say. We need to be careful moving forward in the industry in general. This is not the first time this kind of thing has come up regarding potential propaganda, recruitment type things that have gone on in video games for various different political, governmental, you name it, any kind of organized agency or group that has some kind of agenda behind them, right? Video games reach a large audience. And Colt, there are lots of names to throw out there, right? Um, Video games in general reach. We call that a gang, okay? We're a gang. It's different. It's different, all right? Don't do that. It's not Kool-Aid, dude. It's coffee. um, don't drink the orange coffee. True, true. Um, so yeah, I mean, on the real though, like we see stuff come up about this all the time, and it's actually something that is an issue, correct? Because there are video games in general, just like we've been talking about recently, as far as advertising goes. The reason advertising in video games is so popular is because it is far reaching. There are so many individuals, large, the the dynamic and diverse groups of people, dynamics and diverse groups of people that video games touch on and reach uh, is vast, and that's why advertising in video games is huge. This is another thing right here. Um, Video games can be used, obviously, in negative ways to recruit for um, what most of us would see to uh, be very negative organizations, right? Um, that organizations that spread hate and violence and things like that in the world, and it's good for us to be aware and wary and on the lookout for these kinds of things that can be incorporated into games, right? Not that I don't know exactly what this article is going to touch on. This is not a political channel. I don't want us to. I'm not going to bring up this article because I just don't want to get into a political debate here or anything. I don't know where this article would lead necessarily. Maybe it would be worth pulling up. We'll pull it up. We'll see where it leads us. If it gets too far into politics and stuff, I'm just going to dig us out of it because this is not a political platform. But it is good for us to be aware that video games have definitely been used as a recruitment tool for what I would definitely view as organizations I would definitely be against. Yeah. Keep pushing. And when I say organizations I would be against, please understand that this is an all-encompassing thing for me. Um, Basically, organizations that don't fall within what our community is building upon our views and beliefs as this what this community has, as far as inclusion, um, just being accepting of other people's views and beliefs. Facebook, there you go, Wick, there you go. Any kind of organization that just um, pushes hate towards any kind of group or other people for orange coffee, mamselle. Yeah. Did you miss that? Did you miss that? Uh, that's trying to spread hate, violence, negativity towards anybody or anything for just not accepting others' views or beliefs or whatever. That's just not acceptable in my opinion. Um, there's there are just more civil ways to go about things. Okay, um, we are humans. We're gonna have different views and beliefs. It's okay as long as it's something that doesn't lead to violence, negativity. As long as it's things that promote the greater good and helping us to be better people. Why is it such a bad thing to have a different view or belief or way of life than somebody else if it's not something that is promoting negative things in the world? People just can't accept people that don't view and live the same way as them, and it's horrible. There's no reason for it. There just needs to be civility behind it. Most people just can't accept people that don't have the same views and beliefs as them. It's really, really weird. I don't understand why. I'll stop, shut my pie hole. What's up, Mamselle? Good morning. Okay. PS Store, Golden Week, and games undersell, slash prices on hundreds of PS5, PS4. Take a look here, see if we can't help some people get some deals on some video games. Uh, we already read about that. Limited Run Games releasing Super Nintendo cartridge for side scrolling RPG Dragon View. Okay, we'll see what that's about. We read about Call of Duty losing so many. Everyone should drink orange coffee as long as orange mocha frappuccinos, right? If you don't know what movie that's from, I'm going to have to educate you. Please tell me you know. Somebody put it in chat now. Do it now. What is this? A school for ants? Already read about Call of Duty losing all these people. Kirby, how the pink Nintendo character became gaming surprise hero. Let's go, Wick. Come on, guys. Tell me you know what movie that's from. Final Fantasy 14 producer asks players to stop saying "nice job" to opponents and then setting off. It looks like this is some kind of toxicity going on. We'll see what this is. We'll see what this is. There you go, gamer. My dude. My dude. All right. Yeah, Zoolander, dude. We're not going to look at the Souls games rank. We already know where that's going to be. Zoolander. Yeah. Orange mocha frappuccinos. What is this? A school for ants? I like when they're trying to get the files out of the computers and they start trying, they're like banging on them like apes because they don't understand that files are like a digital thing. They start freaking out and they're like, they turn into like apes or start banging on the computers. It's hilarious. Gamer, how are you, buddy? Uh, Sega is pulling the vast majority of classic Sonic games from Ellipses. We'll see what that is. Yeah. Okay, so they're delisting ahead of Sonic Origins. That's what I was figuring. We'll read about it though. We already read about Ubisoft shutting down services for a lot of its old games. Look, I think they're cleaning up shop. I think Ubisoft is actually cleaning up shop because they're probably going to get sold pretty quick. I think they're going to get bought out. So I think that's what's happening. I think they're trying to just clean up before this sell. Gaming prom. Let's go. All right, page 3. Yo, gamer, did you start your new gig yet, dude? Getting ready for work? Right on. Battle Chasers, Night War Grinding. Sick, sick. Did you start that new gig yet, dude? All right, let's switch this search up real quick. We've already read about all that. Coalition to change classification code for video games with loot boxes 2 years after review. We'll see what that's about. Netflix reportedly aiming to offer 50 games to subscribers by the end of 2022. Okay. I'm not going to dig into this because we've done a lot of Netflix talk here lately. We know that they're pivoting hard into gaming. Um, they're coming out, if you don't know, TLDR right now, Netflix's subscriber base has gone down significantly, large in part due to the fact they've pulled out of being like basically you cannot subscribe to Netflix in Russia right now. They've pulled out to support Ukraine. So their subscriber base is down significantly. They've also seen a downtick in subscriber base outside of that. They're pivoting into gaming. You can play their games on their mobile app as long as you're a subscriber. And they've bought a couple of other devs of note here lately, gaming devs. One of which was Boss Fight, and apparently by the end of 2022, they're aiming to have 50 games on their platform by that time. Um, Most notably, coming out very soon will be an Exploding Kittens game, which has been a card game traditionally, aimed at adults. It's going to be an app, a game on their app store, uh, or a game on their app store, a game on their app, and there's going to be a show coming out. They are making to it's like an I think an adult oriented cartoon to coincide with it. So that's all the TLDR Netflix stuff right there. I'm not going to dive into this, but just know 50 games reportedly for Netflix by the end of 2022. I can understand that. I can understand that. Sometimes I will say, and to each their own. Sometimes it takes stepping out of our comfort zones, though, to um, find what's that new big chapter of our life, you know? Um, so it's not always easy for sure, but it can definitely, it quite often takes, there's an amount of risk that goes with it. And um, everybody has to weigh that risk, but getting outside of your comfort zone quite often can lead to some things that you might not expect that can be good for you. Just depends. Just depends. Just saying. Just saying. Just things that I have experienced in my own life, and but yeah, still haven't heard from him. That sucks, man. I'm sorry. Yeah, and I can understand that, man. I can understand that. I would just say, and obviously you're gonna do this, but if they do reach back out and it does seem like a all around just better thing for you, then I would take a hard consideration. Yeah, but I completely understand your stance there too. I do. I do. Yeah, you'll be in my thoughts, buddy, for whatever's best for you moving forward. You'll be in my thoughts, dude. I love seeing these articles. Xbox job ads suggest it's not done with acquisitions. Look, Microsoft's never going to be done with acquisitions unless they get bought out. Sony's never going to be done with acquisitions unless they get bought out. That's just the way this goes. It's just the way this goes. Yeah, there's Netflix again. We already talked about Star Wars stuff, all the games coming out. Page two. Yeah, for sure, buddy. Yeah, I'm gonna pull this up. Hey, Wick. I really think I want to try Myth Force sometime soon, dude. You want to try to find a time to go with some Myth Force, dude. I don't know when we would be able to do it. It's just so hard with our schedules being different. But dude, Myth Force seems like it could be a lot of fun. And I mean anybody else hanging out for that matter. if you're interested, Myth Force looks like it could be very cool. I know Cash said that he might be interested as well. So let me take a look at that. This is all about when are they having this vote? That was 3 days ago. Okay, this vote is supposed to be coming very soon for Raven Software, which is a subsidiary of Activision for them to unionize. What was that? Oh, okay. Yeah, I knew it was gonna look old. I knew it was gonna look old, gamer. Yeah, you know that's like. Wait, what? What'd you miss? What do you mean? What'd you miss? Nothing. No. What? Was there something in particular you heard or something? What's going on, Manzo? We're just still pulling up articles right now. We're just still pulling up articles. We're almost finished though. I was talking about Myth Force just a second ago. Just do you know what Myth Force is, Manzo? You hear everyone in chat? What are you? What are you talking about? Okay, we'll keep it there. We'll keep it there. So again, if you're not aware, Bethesda is shutting down Bethesda.net. Like it's happening very, very soon if it hasn't already. Okay. Well, what I was saying was we've got an article up. We were talking about this, I don't know, probably within the last week. Definitely within the last week. Wick and Cash brought up a game to me called Myth Force on Epic. Um, this right here. And this is what I was kind of pushing out to everybody was like, because it's a multiplayer game, an online multiplayer game, and I was just saying it looks like a lot of fun. I think I might like to try it out. I'm just wondering if there was anybody else that might be interested if you were aware of it. This will be our last article, and I'll actually bring up the trailer on Epic so we can watch it whenever we read over this. Okay, but we'll do that last. So, Bethesda.net is shutting down any games you have on your account. You'll be able to transfer over to Steam, a Steam account, but it, you looked it up. Yeah, it looks great, doesn't it? Yeah, it's super 80s like nostalgia, old He-Man style stuff. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Bethesda adds free classic Elder Scrolls games to Steam. As the Fallout publisher phases out its PC game launcher, yeah, right there is what I was talking about. Its old games are coming to Steam. Um, Back in February, Bethesda confirmed it was shutting down its proprietary PC game launcher, would move affected games back to Steam. Now, as we get closer to May 11th, so it's May 11th is the shutdown. So at that point, your account is no longer right. Bethesda has started adding some of its classic games to Steam. Some are arriving on Valve's digital storefront for the first time. 3 for the low cost of nothing at all. Can't argue with free, right? Bethesda added 5 classics to the titles to Steam, mainly from the Elder Scrolls franchise, including 2 of its lesser known and more obscure spin offs, Redguard and Battlespire. Here's the full list: Elder Scrolls Arena, Daggerfall, Redguard, Battlespire, and Wolfenstein Enemy Territory. Not only are these now available on Steam, but some of them are free. You can grab Arena and its sequel Daggerfall for free, plus the online multiplayer shooter Wolfenstein Enemy Territory. Costs $0 at the moment. Yeah, I mean, I remember, man. I remember playing the old Wolfenstein games and like the first Wolfenstein games and the first Doom game and stuff, and uh, how mind blowing they were at the time. You know, just absolute PC gaming defining games for PC gaming. Gaming in general, really. They were just very defining games. Um, Funny enough, we came across, what was it, back in, I think it was early March. Early March, I think what was it, like the Super Nintendo version of Doom or something like that had a manual in it, and the manual actually listed, like, for the story of the game or whatever, that the setting of the game was that the game happened in like on like March 14th of 2022. So we've already passed the date of when original Doom was supposed to happen or something like that. The Super Nintendo version, I think it was something like that. It's pretty wild. Uh, while there isn't any indication from Bethesda that these are temporary deals or mistakes, suggest grabbing them ASAP just in case someone at Bethesda made a mistake during this big move back to Steam. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The remaining two games don't cost much more than free, with Redguard and Battlespire going for $6 each. Kotaku has reached out to Bethesda asking about the free games. Uh, don't do that. Don't do that. If they're not supposed to be free, you just ruined it. Just remember that while all these games are part of two popular franchises, Metal, what's up, broski? What's going on? Dude, we're just rocking out. Just rocking out, dude. Another beautiful day. Doing news, man. Doing news. This article that we're talking about right now is, again, the Bethesda.net launcher is shutting down on May 11th. So if you have a Bethesda.net account, your games will be switched over. You can migrate your games on your Bethesda.net account over to your Steam account, and they're actually putting some of their titles over on Steam already. Some of them are actually free right now. Doesn't appear that these classics have been fixed up by Bethesda ahead of this move to Steam, but speaking generally, there are plenty of tools and mods out there that can improve your experience playing classic PC games. Yeah, Bethesda launcher shutting down May 11th. Starting tomorrow, which is today now, April 27th, Bethesda will allow all players to migrate all of their games and wallet funds to Steam. Okay? So starting today, if you had April 27th, today, if you have a Bethesda account, you can go ahead and start migrating all of your games and your wallet from your Bethesda.net account, if you have one, over to your Steam account. Okay? There's a FAQ. You can read more about this via this recently updated FAQ Bethesda's released ahead of the big close and move. I'm going to throw this into chat just in case anybody needs to read the FAQ. Okay. This I wanted to bring this up real quick. It's funny. Bethesda adds retro games to Steam and misspells Elder Scrolls. Elder Skulls. Elder Skulls. The store page says Elder Skulls. That's funny. Okay. Good times. 20-year-old free-to-play Wolfenstein game releases on Steam. Wolfenstein Enemy Territory, which we just read from Bethesda, right? The Bethesda article. This is one of the free games that's on there. I mean, I don't know what you're talking about, gamer. This is uh pretty realistic. If this was not built on Unreal Engine 5, you fooled me. Okay? Okay? I'm just I'm just kidding. But look, we actually went back and played like the Fear games, which were late 2000s, mid to late 2000s, back in October, right? And you could definitely see the age in them, but they were still fun. They were still fun. I had a good time with them. There was some buggy stuff in them, and you know, you could definitely see the age in them. Not like you would see the age in this. When did this release? Yeah, cool gamer. Good dude. Good for you. Yeah, good for you. Free games, dude. How can you argue? And you don't know if they'll stay free, so you might as well just pick them up, right? You might as well. Wolfenstein franchise is one of the longest running series in the game, in gaming, with the first game being released in 1981. Yo, Syke, what's up, dude? I know, dude. I watched it last night. I was passing out, dude. I was passing out in bed. I was trying to stay awake. Did you see the shootout, dude? Yeah. Did you see the shootout? It was wild. Oh, dude, it was wild. It was so wild. Um, yeah, the shootout was like the goalies were just blanking every shooter, dude. For like what was it, like 4 or 5 shooters in a row? Yeah, yeah, that's true. Sorry, dude. Yeah, I forget. They were just blanking everybody, dude. It was just one shooter after the other, man, in the shootout. Just blank, 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 just saving everything. And then finally, Heiskanen went through for the Stars and got a backhand in, and and then Stars go. I can't think of his name right now. Got a save, dude, and they won it. Yeah, yeah. It was great. It was great. It was dude. The tension. Yes, dude. It was wild. It was wild. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's getting nutty. It's getting nutty. Yeah, so we got 2 games left. We need one more point, right? So long as we at least tie one of the next 2 games, we're okay. Yeah, but it's coming down to the wire for us. But it was a great game to watch. It was a great game to watch. Yeah, 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 yeah. Exactly. Yeah, yeah. But yep. Yeah, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm all over it, dude. I'm all over it. I love it. Jamie Benn had a sick hit last night too. It was great. It was great seeing that. That's one of the reasons I love watching Jamie Benn play. Is just he's always out there to at least get like one. You can almost always count on Jamie Benn getting like one good, nice smash in there every night. That's one of the reasons I love watching him play. He's not flashy, dude, but he's tough. That's what I love. I love about it. Yeah, it was good, dude. It was good. It was good. It's good to see you, Sight. Good morning, dude. Yeah, so it wasn't until 92 with Wolfenstein 3D that the series found its true foundation as a first person shooter, which is a genre that Wolfenstein is often credited with pioneering. Series has been rebooted multiple times since then, both successfully and unsuccessfully. Most recent reboot came in 2014 with Wolfenstein The New Order. Phoenix to get more points. Secure, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, secure you the last spot. Yeah, yeah, dude. Yeah. Well, I'll talk to the stars, dude. I'll hit up Jamie today and be like, yo, bro. Uh, see what you can do. Okay. No big deal. No big deal. The current canon of games moves the story forward from its World War II shooter riot roots and into a dystopian future where the Nazis are in power. But before that, there were many games made by many developers which took full advantage, uh, of Wolfenstein's original WW2 setting. Okay, sounds good, dude. Sounds good. I'm in. I'm in, dude. I'm in. Uh, so yeah, basically, Wolfenstein enemy territory. Again, Bethesda is pushing all their games to Steam from their own platform because they're shutting it down, right? Their own game launcher, they're shutting it down. Always on a break, dude. Um, I'm not gonna read everything else about this game right now, but basically, it's here it is. The game has been released on Steam. The existing Wolfenstein enemy territory player base will migrate over there. Uh, yeah. So this game is free right now on Steam. Pull it up, check it out. Along with some of the Elder Scrolls games. Yo, yo, yo. By the way, again, Deadfire, $15 for the Obsidian edition right now on Steam through the 29th. So Deadfire's sick, man. Wolfenstein Enemy Territory, free right now on Steam. It's an old game, but it's free. So that's what we're talking about right now. Go ahead and go grab it. Microsoft says more than 10 million people have streamed games on Xbox Cloud Gaming. Um, More than 10 million people have streamed games over Xbox Cloud Gaming. Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella said Tuesday during the company's third quarter earnings call. Cloud gaming is a feature that's only available as part of the $14.99 per month Xbox Gaming Pass Ultimate tier. So the figure shared Tuesday indicates that a lot of people are checking it out. It's also a concrete stat in a field where there have been few. Google doesn't break out numbers for Stadia, and any numbers shared by Nvidia for GeForce Now include people who have used a no strings attached free trial. Game Pass has proven to be popular, as Microsoft said in January that the service grew to have 25 million subscribers, which was up from 18 million the year before. Now, what's good to note here is that we read recently where Microsoft Gaming is quoted as saying that even with the service growing to have 25 million subscribers, they are not finished growing their subscriber base, which is why they are also not looking to increase the cost of their subscription at this point. So, one of the things to note here is that while you'll see like Netflix, right? We've talked about Netflix a lot lately. Netflix has seen their subscriber base go down, right? Now we're talking about a video streaming service versus a game streaming service, right? So, two different forms of entertainment, but still, I want to do a little bit of a comparison here because Netflix has continued to increase their prices over the past few years, right? And we read a report where inflation cannot account for how much Netflix has increased their prices for their subscription service. Xbox has not. Xbox has basically stayed with their subscription service price since 2017. And they're, look, just from what was it? From the year before, they grew 7 million subscribers. Again, two different forms of entertainment for a subscription service, but there's got to be a little bit of a correlation there between losing subscribers and raising your prices constantly and maintaining that price point for a subscription service and continuing to build your subscription base, right? Your subscriber base. Microsoft has been quoted as saying, we're not raising prices because we're building our subscriber base. They have 25 million subscribers and they are not committing to raising, they're committed to keeping their price point because they want more subscribers. You know what I mean? Whereas Netflix is losing and they keep raising prices. You tell me, you know? Um, that said, it's unclear how Microsoft is defining what counts as a streamed game from Xbox Cloud Gaming. So we don't know exactly what the stat might represent. How many current subscribers are included in that streamed games count, or how much playing is required for the company to count it as a stream. It's also worth noting that you can technically sign up for a month of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate for just $1 and then cancel. And it's unclear how many people who did that and streamed a game might also be counted in Microsoft's figure share Tuesday. That's true. Microsoft has invested heavily in Xbox Cloud Gaming, launching first on Android, then iOS and PC, then to Xbox consoles, which all means that you can now stream a big library of Xbox games across a wide range of devices. I've even used it to play Psychonauts 2 on my Steam Deck, and it worked like a charm. And as of October, the service is fully powered by custom Xbox Series X hardware, which improves frame rates and load times, making it that much better to use. The company has also seen strong hardware sales. Xbox, we read this yesterday. They had its best March sales performance in the past 11 years. And next gen Xboxes are becoming much more readily available. Yep. Microsoft said Tuesday that Xbox hardware revenue is up 14%. However, Microsoft CFO Amy Hood warned that Chinese production shutdowns could affect future hardware sales, including constrained console supply. Mm-hmm. Yep. So we'll keep tabs. I mean, it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell. The thing that's notable about this, so a couple of things. We read this yesterday. Uh, Microsoft had its best March in the last 11 years. Gaming as a whole is down. Gaming sales is down roughly an average of like 15 to 16%. Uh, Hardware, software, basically everything. From last year at this point to this year at this point. We read over this yesterday. If you want to see it, check out the news segment from yesterday, either on the channel or YouTube. And but you'll find that. We went over it yesterday. The thing that's kind of significant is that even over the with those figures of over the past year, Microsoft had its best March over the past 11 years. Now, one of the things that is important to bring up is that Xbox's new consoles are more readily available apparently than like PS5s are right now, which is probably helping them out quite a bit. But it is what it is. They're meeting supply better than PlayStation is. So, good for them. I don't know. Xbox Game Pass adds 2 more games, including day one release. Game Pass lineup for April gets bigger as Microsoft adds 2 more games to the service, including a day one release. We're almost out of April, man. Let's see what this is. April is nearly at an end. That doesn't mean the new Xbox Game Pass additions are slowing down. 2 more games to the Game Pass lineup as of Tuesday, April 26th, yesterday. And there are plans to add even more new games to the service later this week. Subscribers can check out 7 Days to Die, across PC, cloud, and consoles, as well as day one game Research and Destroy on consoles and PC. 7 Days to Die actually looks like a lot of fun. There are ways to make the game be incredibly hard, it seems, but it looks like it could be a lot of fun too. 7 Days to Die is an interesting addition to the Xbox Game Pass lineup for a couple of different reasons. For one, the survival game has managed to develop a dedicated following of fans despite earning scathing reviews. And for two, the Xbox and PC versions are different. Due to publishing issues, 7 Days to Die on Xbox consoles is outdated, having received no new updates since 2017. Conversely, the PC version is completely up to date, and that is the version that subscribers can check out through PC Game Pass. PC Game Pass is a separate subscription, though, so anyone interested in playing the PC version of 7 Days to Die instead will either need a PC Game Pass subscription or Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. So Research and Destroy, which is also being added, is a turn-based game where players research new technologies that they can use to fight back against supernatural hordes. Research and Destroy supports both online and local co-op. So co-op-minded gamers should definitely consider giving it a shot. In a couple of days, Game Pass subscribers will have 2 more titles to look forward to with the addition of former PlayStation console exclusive Bugsnax, as well as day one release Unsouled.
Hey, shut your pie hole, buddy.
Pinky, what's up, buddy? How are you, man? Okay, look, I already touched about this a little bit before. I'm probably not going to deep dive into this. What I'm going to say is there's the potential for games to be used as recruitment tools for negative organizations. And that's unfortunate. Tired? Sorry, dude. Did you just wake up? I think this article is going to talk about specific organizations, probably. As far as I'm concerned, Look, I've already hit on this. Just like advertising, video games touch a wide range of audience, right? It hits a large population of people. And therefore, there are going to be bad organizations that try to develop or implement certain things within maybe open software games or whatever that can allow them to use games as recruitment tools, and that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Drinking sleep in a can? Wait, what? What? Drinking sleep in a can. What is that? Are you drinking people's dreams, bro? Uh, Far right extremists are a growing presence in gaming. Researchers have found while the industry's hidden metrics lackluster. Oh, so you're not drinking sleep. You're drinking the get out of sleep juice. That's what it is. Lackluster content moderation and head in the sand attitudes get in the way of assessing and combating the problem. Why it matters: gaming and game adjacent platforms have grown into some of the largest entertainment industries in the world, leading to massive opportunities for recruitment and organizing by extremist groups. Yeah. Sorry you're tired, dude. Sorry. That sucks. I was dragging a little bit this morning too. A December 2021 report from the Extremism and Gaming Research Network found that innovative efforts to prevent and counter violent extremism in gaming spaces are nearly undetectable. Extremism in games is a growing threat. Alex Newhouse, the deputy director at the Center on Terrorism, Extremism, and Counterterrorism, said in a game developers conference talk last month. Games are becoming increasingly social. Those social hooks provide the structures and the infrastructure for extremists to organize, mobilize, and spread their hateful and extreme ideologies. Yeah. What's happening in games, stretching from military shooters like Call of Duty to open creative environments like Roblox, extremist groups spread abusive messages and foster relationships. Experts like Rachel Cohort, research director at Take This, have found that games can create unique relationships due to the cooperative, stimulating experiences they present. Friendships are closer, long lasting, and form faster than in other spaces on the internet. Newhouse said it was relatively easy to find signs of neo-Nazi and far-right fascist groups on Roblox, Discord, Games Marketplace, Steam, and other platforms. Since much of the player data is private, researchers say they lack detailed knowledge of which games or platforms extremists use most of for these activities. Nor, according to Cohort, has there been overt cooperation with many studios to share that data. 2019 report from the Anti-Defamation League found that 53% of online multiplayer game players who experienced harassment believe they were targeted because of their race, ethnicity, religion, ability, gender, or sexual orientation. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. It's so unfortunate, man. Look, this is what I'll say, and especially with this statement right here, I am not surprised. I am not surprised in the least at this. What I would implore people to do is, to the greatest of your ability, if you experience anything like this, I have I've got pretty thick skin, man, when it comes to uh, dealing with people, and but you guys know how I feel about our community and gaming in general, and dealing with people. This community is supposed to be a safe space, and we are inclusive, and we want people to feel welcome and to have fun, but to also just be inviting and you know have a good time, and but be wholesome, and everybody is welcome here, right? And I very much want the world and the gaming community and especially the world to get away from this kind of stuff. I take every opportunity I can, and I would implore everybody else to do the same thing because it takes every individual uh, taking the time to do this. Okay, anytime I come across somebody in a game that does this in a match that I'm in a game that I'm in, multiplayer wise, that targets somebody, whether it be myself or somebody else that I'm a part of it, and I can see it, I will take screenshots or I will clip my video if I'm recording, and I will do the utmost that I can to contact support and report what is going on. Because this is really just unacceptable. It's just unacceptable. And toxicity is viral. It literally will just spread. It's so much easier to just be toxic and than it is to be good. It just is. Uh, and the more toxic people there are, it's like a virus, man. It just goes everywhere. And I'm always going to advocate for a better gaming world. You guys know that. So I implore everybody to just take the time. The thing is, this is what I want people to understand is gaming is supposed to be a place for people to kind of chill out and get away from real life and release. And I think that's why some people tend to resort to these kinds of things. But it's also a place where a lot of people that have to deal with daily anxiety stuff and daily bullying, they go to video games as a place to escape, right? But if they have to go to video games as a, if they're going to video games as a way to escape, and then they're going there and they're dealing with this kind of stuff as well, and they're already dealing with depression and negative thoughts, and they're dealing with this as their form of escape, it's just compounding their issues, right? And that's unfortunate. Do what? Oh, for real? Oh man, that's terrible. A lot of asterisks, huh? Golly, dude. So, um, it's harder to be good, but um, I would implore everybody to do everything you can to get rid of people in your gaming environments that spread hate and toxicity and negativity. Um, especially when they are um, targeting people and using like hate speech and stuff based on being racist or sexist and what have you, anything like that. um just any kind of bias, it's just not needed. It's just not good, and it can really send people that are already dealing with that stuff in real life down into a deeper, darker place. And I would just ask people to please take the time to report those individuals, get them out of those games, and just because it's not needed, man. It's just not needed. And look, I get it. The thing is, I get it. There are people that go to video games as well. Let me be very clear. There are people that go into video games as well as a release and, and need to spew a little bit. They need to vomit their, you know, whatever a little. But there are ways to do it to troll people out and everything without using this kind of speech, okay? When you start getting into this kind of stuff, where it's like you can troll people without using like hate speech and stuff like that, okay? That's what I'm talking about having some thick skin. You can, if you're going to be an online competitor in video games and stuff, you got to learn how to have a little bit of thick skin. You know, take take a beating in video games that are competitive. That's part of it. You know, you're going to get beat. You gotta learn how to lose because it's going to happen. And people are gonna troll you for it. But when you start having to deal with this kind of stuff, this is not acceptable. And this needs to be reported, and these kind of players need to be taken out of the games. Same report found that almost 1 in 4 players, 23%, said they have been exposed to discussions about supremacist ideology. The more time you spend immersed in gaming cultures, the greater the likelihood you're exposed to extreme ideologies or opportunities you have to internalize those beliefs and endorse more extreme behaviors. Cohort said at the GDC talk. What they're saying, while it may be a small number of players compared to the billions of players, they are very hardened, very influential, very dangerous group of people who are living their lives in these gaming spaces with little to no consequences to their actions or behaviors. Yeah, that's where the anonymity behind the internet provides so many people, right? Next big picture. To cohort, gaming's extremist problem has grown to its imposing size because of ignorance, discomfort about the topic, and the unwillingness to understand the threat. I don't think it's been recognized as something important, worth their time, worth their money, worth their effort, she said. The lack of current data keeps solutions from emerging, as the EGRN report found most research on games and radicalization was conducted on now antiquated games. Negative perceptions of video games, like violence or addiction, might also keep industry leaders from wanting to look too closely into how hate groups are building networks. Constantly battling all these bad narratives, which takes energy away from actually looking at the actual threats that are truly festering in these spaces and addressing them properly. Entertainment Software Association, the leading industry group for games, declined to comment. The spread of extremism in gaming is similar to what we've seen on social media platforms like Facebook, Wick, but with significant differences. We know that one big giant social media company like companies that we know that the big giant social media companies like Google, Facebook, Twitter have dedicated counterterrorism teams that are working on this day in and day out, Newhouse said. We also know that video games simply just often don't have the resources to stand up counterterrorism teams specifically, or don't have the expertise necessary to do so. The other side, we abhor extremist ideologies, have zero tolerance for extremist content of any kind on Roblox. Remy Mallon, VP of Trust and Safety Operations at Roblox, said in a statement to Axios. Yeah, look, I'm not, we still got, okay, is that the end of it? Yeah. The other, yeah, because of the swift, proactive steps we take, extremist content is extremely rare on our platform. Therefore, for the vast majority of the Roblox community who do not seek out such content, it is very unlikely they would be exposed to it. Discord has a zero tolerance policy towards hate and violent extremism of any kind. A Discord spokesperson told Axios, when we come across such activity, we take immediate action, including banning users, shutting down servers, and engaging with authorities when appropriate. Pinky, that sucks, dude. Yeah, that sucks. My thing is, like, whether it be just hate speech or dealing with these kinds of extremist groups that are trying to kind of befriend people and groom them into becoming part of their group, what have you, it's all stuff that needs to be really snuffed out, and those people need to be gotten rid of. Their accounts need to be taken off the platform. I know it's not a real easy thing to do. To begin with, though, I mean, I was really, I gotta say, like I was having a lot of fun playing Nightfall, for instance, and I know it's a small dev and everything, but even in their Discord, it's like they don't allow any kind of hate speech or anything like that. And I had a very bad interaction in Nightfall where, I mean, as soon as I got into a match, I had an individual that was being very, very racist, and I immediately clipped the content, contacted their support, and they're like, well, there's nothing we can do. And I'm like, are you serious? This is like, if you're going to have an online game, there needs to be something. There needs to be some way for you to, uh, a reporting system, find a way to get rid of these people. If there's a way to communicate within the game where people are able to do these kinds of things, you need to be able to track down these offenders and get rid of them. You know, first and foremost. So I know it's not always easy, but from the get go, that needs to be an implementation. If a dev's going to have an online game where communication's a part of it, uh, that needs to be there as far as I'm concerned. PS Store Golden Week and games undersells slash prices on hundreds of PS5, PS4 titles. Here you go, guys. Hey, it's me. Oh, look at all the meat. This is like my dream, dude. I just want all the food. Yeah, yeah. I mean, there are definitely things you can do, and that's what I'm saying is like, it was unfortunate. It was unfortunate. And again, it was just like, yeah, thanks for trying, but there's nothing we can do about it. Hopefully in the future we'll have something we can do. And it was like, and my whole thing to them was like, look, whenever I reported it, right, it was me having to like contact their email support and be like, because I was looking everywhere for any way to report in game or whatever, and there was nothing. Uh, Contacted their email support and was like, "Look, I'm okay, but this individual doing this to other people is what I'm concerned about. And as far as I'm concerned, they need to be removed from the game. I'm fine. I'm fine. I don't want them doing this to other people." And um, I included a clip of what happened. It was very racist. And just for no, I'm talking like I hadn't. It just came out of nowhere. I hadn't even talked to this because in Nightfall it's just text. It's just text, and it just came out of nowhere. And it was just they're like, yeah, sorry. There's just nothing we can do. And I'm sure. I mean, and I'm just bringing up Nightfall as an example because uh, it's the most recent, you know, time that I've had something like that happen where I haven't been able to successfully report anything. That's actually awesome. That's actually awesome. See, that's the kind of wholesome stuff we need. Um, but again, I'm sure it happens all the time, and it's harder for smaller devs and stuff, right? I'm sure, but there are ways to prevent, right? Not that you can always prevent those minded people from being in the game, but you can prevent them from being able to express like in Nightfall because it's just text based communication. You need to probably have a very very strict uh, text based filter in there, right? To keep people from being able to express that kind of hate speech and everything. So, but it was there, man. And for me, again, I was appalled. I was appalled at what was expressed to me from that other individual. I just didn't want them doing it to somebody else. You know, that was my whole thing. It's new sell time. Sony has not one but two new offers on PlayStation Store starting today. There's the Gold Week sale, which actually runs for 2 weeks. Games under $20 promotion, 20 US, 20 pounds. That's what that is, right? Totaling about 1,000 discounted items. Let's get some recommendations going on. Okay, the Golden Week offer puts the emphasis on Japanese and Chinese games. or with some sort of connection at least. Some of the PS5 titles on this sale are for the deluxe edition version. There are still solid deals to be found. RE Village for $42 US. Lost Judgment, $30 US. Guilty Gear Strive, $39 US. All come highly recommended. There's obviously a lot more choice on PS4. Dragon Ball Fighter Z, $9 US. Persona 5 Royal Deluxe Edition, down to $21 US. Cheaper than the regular version. What? That's weird. And Luminous Remastered, still at $6 US. Moving to the games under deal, there's even more to choose from PS5 wise. Devil May Cry 5 Edition at $20. The Persistence at $9. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order at $10. This is the game that they're actually making the sequel to right now, right? I'm pretty sure. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, yeah. On PS4, we can heartily recommend Spyro Reignited Trilogy for, what is that? About 25 pounds. $12 or 12 24 pounds. Is that how you would even say? I don't even know, man. I'm a pounds pleb. The Ascent at 1624 pounds, and Dirt Rally for only $7.50 US. Some of the games don't have their discounts on the US store just yet, but they will hit very shortly. Full list of games included in the games under offer on the PS blog. In case anybody's interested in grabbing any of these, I'll throw it in chat real quick. Limited run games releasing Super Nintendo cartridge for side-scrolling RPG Dragon View. We have another beautiful looking limited run games release for you today, or in this case, a re-release. The video game distributor has announced a brand new retro release for the Super Nintendo side-scrolling action RPG Dragon View. Limited run revealed the re-release of this cult classic yesterday, complete with a green SNES cartridge. Oh, that's sick. This limited edition is simple but a must-have for collectors, complete with an SNES-style box and a manual. It's a neat little package that'll have retro fans swooning. Game costs $60 and is available from Limited Run's game store to pre-order from this Friday. Dragon View, we'll pull that up. Dragon View first launched for Super Nintendo back in '94 in Japan and North America, is part of the Draken series. Now, describe the game ourselves. The original description is way better than anything else we could come up with. Warrior, open your eyes. This is the future of gaming. Look before you leap. This isn't some corny collection of cardboard Dungeons and Dragons. It's a brilliant new vision of RPG action adventure with an incredible hero's eye view of danger. Through caves of fire and meadows of ice. Against brutal demons and unforeseen evils. All the way to a showdown you'll never forget. Bring your bow, your sword, your magic, and don't blink or you're doomed. These games are renowned for using a custom overworld engine that has multiple features, including the ability to render 3D-esque visuals without the aid of the Super FX chip. The game got a Steam release in 2019, which was the first time it was playable in Europe. Really? Dragon View's on Steam, huh? Let's see this. I knew it, dude. I didn't restart Steam this morning. I knew it was going to do that. Pinky, dude. I hate Steam apps so much, man. That looks pretty sick, dude. Do. That's Super Nintendo music, man. All right. That's actually pretty cool. If anybody's interested, check it out. This is actually really, really cool, man. That's really neat. I'm actually going to add their site into my here. Steam beta. I don't think so. I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. Hold on real quick. Real quick. Right, yeah, yeah, yeah. What exactly is the beta doing? But there's the link. As far why were you asking specifically if I'm participating in the Steam beta? There's a link in chat if you guys are interested in the limited run game stuff. They got some cool stuff on that site. Kirby, how the pink Nintendo character became gaming surprise hero. I can't remember what the beta actually is for. What exactly they're doing with it. Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think I'm doing anything. It probably just is something jacked up with, what it doesn't like something going on with my hardware. Probably. It's just like occasionally, if I haven't restarted Steam in a while, it just doesn't like full screening my stuff, dude. It's the only app that does that, though. It's the only app, dude. It's really weird. But yeah, thanks. Yeah. I don't think I am. I'll check. I'll check. But it's a good thought. It's a good thought. I don't think I am part of the beta stuff. Yeah. Uh Outrage among parents and politicians caused by video games such as Mortal Kombat, Wolfenstein, and Night Trap made 1992 arguably one of the most controversial years in video game history. Uh Same year that birthed one of the gaming world's most family-friendly faces, Kirby. Unique pink ball with big eyes is still starring in titles that top the charts 30 years after the original game's release. I have the original game on my desk. Uh, let's see. So, for Eliza Sharp, founder of online Kirby fan account Kirby Informer, character has stood the test of time because his games have been so distinct from the competition. Every Kirby game has its own little gimmick, but it makes each different and unique from the next, she says. Pulls me in, makes me excited for the next title in the series. These have included a robotic suit or the character teaming up with animal friends such as a hamster named Rick. Good old Rick. Uh, Kirby is popular for a multitude of reasons, ranging from its music and family appeal to the variety and consistency of the games over 3 decades. Plus, as Negative World noted, Kirby has a great design. He's expressive, iconic, instantly recognizable, and easy for kids to draw. A perfect fit for the protagonist of a Game Boy game. He's simple, but it works extremely well. Yeah. Although Kirby games are generally the same all over the world, there is a stark difference in the marketing and promotion in some regions, particularly between Japan and America. Most notable change being that the character is usually smiling in the cover art of Kirby games in Japan, whilst in America, Kirby has an angry expression. That's weird. In an interview with GameSpot, Kirby, Triple Deluxe director Shinya Kumazaki explained that for the Japanese versions of the games, the most powerful image of Kirby is that cute image. Yeah, okay. We think that's the one that appeals to the widest audience. Kumazaki suggests that cute imagery of Kirby brings in the most people that play in Japan. Uh, Nintendo of America have the final say for the U.S. market. A tough Kirby that's really battling hard is a more appealing side of Kirby, so that's what we feature in the U.S. The character was first seen in 1992's Kirby's Dream Land on the Nintendo Game Boy. I mean, since we've got it pulled up here, you know what I mean? How do we not how do we not just go ahead and do that? You know what I mean? Let's go. Let's go. Created by Masahiro Sakurai, the character was known as Popopo. I like it, dude. Popopo. That's what I'm gonna start calling Kirby now. Popo. During development, with the famous design only being a placeholder at the time. Um, it's believed Super Mario creator Shigeru Miyamoto originally wanted Kirby to be yellow, but Sakurai planned for the character to be pink. When Kirby's Dream Land was released in North America uh, and Europe, his color had yet to be confirmed to Nintendo's colleagues in the West. And with the original Game Boy's visuals providing no clues, they didn't know what color he was supposed to be. They opted for white, which he appeared as on the original title's box art and game cartridge. By the time the next game in the series was released, Kirby had his now famous coloring. Yeah. This is a long article. Long article. Um, I think we basically hit on it though. Like Kirby definitely came out at a time where the big thing in gaming was not necessarily like cute characters. It was like gaming had gotten to a point graphics wise where like things like Mortal Kombat and Wolfenstein, like Mortal Kombat, man, you were like hitting people and it looked more realistic than a lot of stuff we had seen, and there was like blood and things. Random mode time, by the way. Well played, well played. And Wolfenstein was, some of the most realistic first-person shooter stuff we had seen. You guns and you were shooting people, and there was blood, and it was, you know, that was kind of where a lot of developers were trying to go because of everything. Developers constantly trying to push the more realistic side of things, right? And graphics had evolved and to that point, and but Kirby definitely kind of stood out and was apart from that, right? It wasn't where a lot of other developers were trying to go. So if you want to read more about this article, we're already going kind of long today in the news segment, but it's probably a great article right there about Kirby. I'm gonna read all. That's as far as I'm gonna go with that. But we love Kirby, man. We love Kirby. Wick's not too big of a fan, but I'm trolling. I'm trolling. Uh, Final Fantasy XIV producer asks players to stop saying "nice job" to opponents and then setting off fireworks on their bodies. See, that's what I'm talking about. Like, you know, that's the kind of stuff. Playing multiplayer games, you're gonna get trolled. You gotta start. You gotta learn how to have a little bit of thick skin. Okay, you're gonna lose. You're gonna get trolled with some nice job. And see, Piggy. I mean, that's the thing. Is like people that's part of just the competitive side of video games, right? And there's a big difference between trolling people, you know, doing a bit of a crouch on top of somebody, maybe, bit of a TB on top of somebody in a first person shooter after you melt them, you know, to say gotcha, because people hate that, and you know that it's gonna flex on them a little bit, uh, to make them mad. That's part of gaming. as apart from people being full of hate and spreading actual like hate speech and just that kind of negativity, you know. So there's a big difference, man. This is not the stuff that bothers me. Apparently, it bothers Naoki Yoshida. Not mad, just disappointed. I think it's hilarious. Final Fantasy XIV's new 5v5 PvP mode, Crystalline Conflict, has apparently led to such an uptick in bad manners among the players. The game's producer, Naoki Yoshida, directly addressed players in a new post regarding their behavior. We are receiving an unprecedented number of reports concerning uncooperative, lethargic, or taunting behavior during matches. Yoshida explains before diving into the offending tendencies in more detail. Saying things after picking up a bed. It is spamming things all the time. The uncooperative, lethargic behavior Yoshida singles out first is a bit hard to pin down, though many of us have likely witnessed a game teammate sandbagging it out of spite at least once. Yeah. All PvP content, including Crystalline Conflict, is intended to be a battle contest of skill between players. Participants must bring their best to the fight, and for this reason, uncooperative or lethargic behavior is prohibited. Let's strive to do our best, even in situations where defeat is imminent, regardless of whether or not you're interested in the rewards. The meat of the post, however, is a detailed list of other rude antics. Yoshida politely asks Crystalline Conflict players to stop indulging in. Repeatedly using the quick chat phrase "nice job" during a disadvantageous situation. Repeatedly using the quick chat phrase "good match" before the outcome of the match has even been decided. I love it, dude. I love it. Excessively repeating a particular quick chat phrase. Persistently placing a negative targeting marker on another ally player. I will say, look, so I used to play. I'll say this. I used to play. I got to where I would troll my own teammates. In like I used to play a bit of Rocket League, right? and and people in Rocket League are really toxic, really toxic. And I would try to get people to not be toxic. So like especially if you're teamed up. I would play 2v2s a lot, and you're teamed up with somebody, and um, you're obviously like outskilling the other team, and especially if like you're outskill, you know you've got more skill than the player on your team, and you're Batman of gaming toxicity. Yeah, I guess. So what would happen would be like, you know, say you score a goal, like I would personally score a goal, and then my teammate would be like, "Good save," trolling out, "Nice save" or whatever, trolling out the other team, like, "Oh, nice save, guys," you know. I would give my teammate a chance to be like, "Don't be toxic, man," you know, like, "Don't be toxic." And then the next time we score, they do it again, dude. I'll turn around and I'll start scoring on my own goal. I'll be like, "I gave you a chance, dude." You know what I mean? They get so mad. They get so mad, dude, because they're trying to like rank up and stuff, and I don't really care. They get so, but I give them a chance, dude. Yeah, yeah, I know. I give them a chance. That's the thing. It's like so quite often it'd be like, yeah, don't be toxic. You know what I mean? It just don't be toxic. You give them a chance, you know, and most of the time they'll be like, oh, sorry, sorry, you know, and it's cool. We just keep playing. But there's some people that are just really just hateful people in that game, and those are the ones that are fun to like turn it around on. You know, they get really upset, dude. So yeah, trolling your teammates because they're trolling. Yeah, I'm basically like ultimate wick sometimes. Yeah, yeah. But what's funny is like, it never. I never just do it right off the bat. You know, it's like I give them a chance, and there's a lot of toxicity in Rocket League, a lot of it. So what's really funny is quite often it'll be like the other team will actually like start talking to you and be like, "Yo, thanks for like actually being a cool Rocket League player and not being, you know, a complete a hole like most people are, you know. They actually like it's usually the way it goes. It's kind of wild. I don't play much of it anymore, but I used to play quite a bit of it. Rocket League's a wild place though, dude. There are some toxic people in that game. Holy crap. Yeah, so I won't read the rest of it. It almost doesn't bear mentioning that slinging abuse through the in-game chat or external social media is inexcusable, but it's funny to see genuinely nasty behavior lumped in with the more benign competitive jabbing on this list. Uh, oh, dude, System of a Down. System of a Down. I've seen them live, dude. Dude, Pinky, that's awesome. That's awesome. I had one guy in Rocket League wig out so bad, like I had to report. I had to report. Yo, for real site, yeah, that concert was sick, dude. Concert was sick. I love that band so much too. Yeah, it's a great band. Great band. Whoa, man. The nostalgia there for me with System of a Down, dude. That's yeah, dude. So much of their music is so great. Um, great quote there. Great quote there. Uh, I had a guy like I mean lost his gourd. Lost his gourd. The kinds of stuff he was saying in chat was I've never seen anything in a game like it before. Never, never, never. Like I didn't just report in game. I literally had to take like a bunch of screenshots and like report like through their website, like upload everything. Was like, yo, you got to get rid of this person. This person cannot be on your platform. This is I've never seen anything like it. It was insane. Never seen anything like it. It was crazy. Crazy. Um Again, it didn't bother me too much, but like I could see where that individual saying that kind of stuff to somebody else that already might have some issues going on would send them over the deep end, you know? Uh, sarcastic use of a nice job or good match. Quick chat strikes me as some classically good natured smack talk, reminiscent of the very good carvings from Dark Souls. What a save. Oh, dude. There it is, man. There it is. What a save taunts from Rocket League and the I'm using tilt controls flex from Mario Kart Wii. The map ping abuse also seems relatively harmless if annoying. Could be addressed with a cooldown timer. Yeah, there it is, dude. It's like yeah, dude. The thing was like it wasn't until like quite a ways into me playing Rocket League where I just got tired of seeing people spam it all the time, and it was like, okay, just the thing was like I just got tired of it. You know what I mean? And it was like, okay, just be cool, dude. You know what I mean? There's no need in it. There's no need to be toxic, right? The thing for me was like, if the other team started it, if the other team started it, and then you scored on them, then you start spamming what a save on them. You know what I mean? So it's like slamming them back with it or whatever. But if my own teammate started it, I'd be like, yo, don't be toxic. You know, don't be toxic. And give them a chance or whatever. Yeah. That was kind of the thing for me. But then if the other team hit up with it, it was like fair game. Yeah. Pretty funny. Good stuff, dude. Good stuff. Gaming, man. Sega is pulling the vast majority of classic Sonic games from digital storefronts. Yeah, because they're coming out with their collection. Yeah. Sonic is going to delist the digital versions of Sonic the Hedgehog 1, 2, Sonic 3, and Knuckles and Sonic CD starting on May 20th. So less than a month, about 3 weeks, guys. Of According to a press release posted to multiple sites via The Gamer, the announcement is extremely light on details. Does mention that the game being pulled will be featured in the upcoming Sonic Origins collection, which is being released on what? Does it even say? I don't think it even says. Oh, Sonic Origins launches on Xbox, PlayStation, Switch, and PC. So, like all platforms on June 23rd. So, basically, you've got less than a month to grab the digital versions of these separate games if you want before they pull them off and just start releasing all of them as the Origins collection, okay? If you're interested. Coalition to change classification code for video games with loot boxes 2 years after review. Developers say they were not consulted as labor questions timing of announcement on eve of election. What? Game developers say they were not consulted before the coalition announced plans to change the classification of video games with loot boxes. Labor criticized the timing of the pre-election announcement, with the opposition and industry advocates saying the government sat on a review of Australia's outdated classification system for close to 2 years. Communications Minister Paul Fletcher said on Wednesday a re-election coalition government would update Australia's classification code, which, apart from allowing R ratings for video games in 2013, has not been updated since the VHS era. Yeah, I mean, we've seen issues here lately where, like, certain games have gone through, like, been completely pulled off their shelves and delisted on platforms in Australia. What was the most recent one? Why can I not think of the name of that game right now? Oh, I can't think of the name of that game. Anyways, it was actually already on Steam in Australia. Then it was going to be released like on platforms, and then they found out that like it didn't meet some of their classification regulation stuff, and then it got pulled from all platforms, even Steam. And there's like this big to do about it and stuff. It was crazy. Changes would also address content that sexualizes children or depicts suicide or violence against women. Government's priority is keeping Australians safe online, so having clear advice alerting parents and other consumers to the presence of in-game purchases such as loot boxes will help them manage their and their children's engagement with this content, Fletcher said. Isn't about banning or censoring content, it's about ensuring families can make more informed choices. The federal government undertook a broad-ranging review of the classification system in December 2019, with submissions open until February 2020. Since then, the government has not responded to the submissions, despite bringing in the Online Safety Act in the interim 2 years. Act relies on the system to determine what content can be viewed online, what social media platforms must remove. Ron Curry, the CEO of the Interactive Games and Entertainment Association, said the organization had worked closely with the coalition government on the 2019 review and was still waiting to see the results. He said the association was not consulted prior to Wednesday's announcement. Welcomed the opportunity for another public consultation. Can we get a TLDR here, please? Nolan said the government had been given many opportunities to act on loot boxes alone since 2019, including after a Senate inquiry and a House of Representatives inquiry into age verification. People who post adult content online had previously warned that the current classification system, when enforced under the Online Safety Act, will lead to their content being censored or removed online. Samantha Floriani, the program lead at Digital Rights Watch, said the classification system is outdated and not fit for purpose, and the changes should have been made before the Online Safety Act was passed into law. Yet another example of the Morrison government's knee-jerk approach to tech policy. Need comprehensive tech policy development with safety mechanisms like privacy, security, community empowerment at the center. Instead, we are getting a reactive and piecemeal approach to online safety that results in complex schemes with multiple moving parts. Sounds like a lot of fun political crap going on over there. Holy moly, dude. Okay. We'll probably see more of this coming up. Edmonton's Beamdog indulges in 1980s nostalgia with latest video game Myth Force. This actually looks like a really cool game, man. I don't want it being part of chat over there, really. We'll just go with that. Waking up on Saturday morning to eat cereal while watching hours of cartoons on TV was a highlight for many who grew up in the 80s. In its latest video game, Edmonton-based Beamdog tapped in on that nostalgic sugar rush to come up with the idea for Myth Force. Billed as a first-person swords and sorcery adventure, Myth Force borrows heavily from the clean, colorful artwork of those beloved cartoons, such as He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, and Thundercats for its graphics. It also pays tribute to the 80s with its own cheesy theme song, replete with thundering guitar riffs and soaring chorus. There was a real desire to make a game that was all ages, says Trent Ostler, Beamdog's co-founder. We explicitly targeted a cartoon level of violence where there's no blood, there's no gore. Myth Force gives players the options of 4 character classes, Rogue, Mage, Hunter, Knight. There throws them into a dungeon stuffed with outlandish baddies. While designed to be played solo or with others, multiplayer is clearly where the most fun lies. Ostler describes early testing sessions of the game when it was codenamed Battle Axe with his business partner and his unimpressed 5-year-old daughter who dubbed it Battle Boring. Months later, in a multiplayer session of a more polished build of the game, the girl's interest was piqued and she took over the controls, excitedly ordering her teammates around. It looks pretty cool. At that moment, I think we kind of realized that we'd hit on something that was really accessible. The game falls under the subgenre known as roguelike, which is a dungeon crawler through randomized level. It's also designed to be the type of title a gamer strapped for time. So essentially, anyone who grew up in the 80s could jump in and play a session for an hour or two, says Ostler. Yeah, it's a sassy girl. Yeah, dude. It's a sassy little kid. I almost think of it as kind of like a vacation game. If you're a hardcore gamer and you committed to Destiny or whatever your game of the month is, you just want a fun break, this is the game you come to. Myth Force makes a departure for Beamdog, which has previously stuck to releasing enhanced versions of video games developed by other companies, such as Baldur's Gate series. After 3 years of development, Myth Force entered its early access phase on April 20th, giving gamers a chance to play it while allowing Beamdog to make tweaks based on players' responses to roll out through periodic updates. Really view this as a kind of minimal playable version of it. One adventure, single boss, play it through, says Ostler, whose team is having fun watching Myth Force players through streaming outlets such as Twitch. Okay. So, real quick, bring it up, watch trailer. I'm actually considering playing this before long. I'm considering playing this. It looks pretty cool. Oh, fights in tight spaces, Pinky. Dude, I'd forgotten all about that too, man. Yeah, dude. Okay. Thanks, man. Thanks. Yeah, let's bring that up real quick. We'll end the news segment and then we'll look at it real quick before we start our gameplay. It actually looks pretty neat. It looks pretty neat. Ah, my bad. They totally captured the whole like uh 80s cartoon vibe too. It is definitely there. Please, dude. Okay. Can't flipping. You've got to be kidding me, dude. Why is Epic all jacked up now, man? I can't. My platforms are just all screwed up. It's insane. I can't even get out of the full picture of this, bro. What was that? I don't even know, dude. It's like both of my gaming platforms. Yeah, yeah. It's Myth Force. Myth Force is what it is. Metal. Yeah, yeah. It actually looks really. Evil Dead actually looks decent too. I gotta say, but I actually want to play Myth Force. I want to play Myth Force pretty bad. Yeah. Yep. 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 Okay. So that is news. That is news. Unless anybody has anything else. Um. So yeah. Yeah. They might have done that on purpose, man. It quite possibly. Um. So thanks to everybody who has been hanging out for news. We will be moving on to day 2 of Loop Hero. Um, I don't know what else we're going to be playing this week. I don't know, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I don't know how many days we're going to put into Loop Hero. I'm enjoying it so far, but probably not an extensive amount of time in Loop Hero. I'm enjoying it, but it's been nice to have some like quick variety of games here lately. Uh, Love doing the news. Long segment today, but a good amount of news, which is really nice. Love staying current. I appreciate everybody who is always here for the news and everybody who is checking out the news segments that isn't able to catch these live. So if you're not able to catch the segments live, if you are either watching them on Twitch as a highlight or you're watching them on YouTube after the fact, then if you are catching them on YouTube, please consider hitting that like button, subscribe button, and maybe even leave me a comment. And consider coming down and hanging out with us when we go live every morning at 6 a.m. Central North American time. If you have the chance to hang out with us live while we do these, and maybe hang out with us while we do our gaming stuff during the day. It's a lot of fun. We like to hang out and chill and just play games, and we do multiplayer content from time to time just to have some fun. And we're always doing different stuff, so it's a lot of fun. Love hanging out with everybody, and I would just love to have more people come and be a part of what we do here. So if you're not moving on with us, or you are viewing this content on after the fact of it being live, then stay healthy, stay safe, and be kind. And we will catch you next time. All right.